Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Yet again, I have a cold. I keep getting them. I hate it. It sucks. We continue. Fender launches the American Professional Classic Series, a new entry point to its USA made lineup. Sporting all new coastline pickups, enhanced neck profiles with rolled fingerboard edges, and upgraded hardware. Fender has unveiled the all-new American Professional Classic Series, shifting the hierarchy of its USA-made product line. The new range replaces the American Performer range, entering above the Mexico-made Player 2 line and below the American Professional 2 Series, which launched in 2020. Thus, the American Professional Classic Series sits at the new entry point to the brand's American-made instrument. The American Professional Classic Series which comprises of 9 instruments, 6 guitars, and 3 basses, is pitched to offer reliability, versatility, and performance at the highest level, with a tagline tested, trusted, night after night. The results is a line of guitars which is deeply rooted and in the tried and tested Fender blueprints, but with spec sheets geared towards the modern player, including a number of forward-thinking appointments, not least all new coastline pickups. New pickups are even so slightly overwound, and based on the firm's pure vintage models for enhanced clarity, punch, and dynamic expression, and for Fender signature warmth and a bite across every registry. Essentially, it's classic Fender tone, but hotter. Other key appointments include enhanced neck profiles, modern C-shape, rolled fingerboard edges for speed and playing comfort, as well as upgraded hardware, including vintage bridges and precision classic gear tuning heads for solid rock tuning stability. The line also comes in a curated selection of classic Fender finishes, reimagined for modern players with fresh and vibrant options. Specifically, there's a classic triple single coil loaded Stratocaster, HSS Strat, Telecaster, Hotshot Telecaster, successor to the triple pickup Nashville Telecaster, as well as a Jazzmaster and Jaguar. In the bass department, there's a position bass, a jazz bass, and a Mustang bass. So yet again, it seems like you can't find a USA-made Mustang or Duosonic. See, I don't even know the last time they made one of those. Seems like every time I see them, they're made in Mexico. The American Professional Classic is all about delivering a great playing experience, says Max Gutnick, Chief Producer Officer at FMIC. Fender Music Incorporated, we'll say. That's what that probably stands for. We focus on every detail from the all-new coastline pickups, which offer clear, punchy tone across every register, to a modern C neck with rolled fingerboard edges that feel comfortably broken in from day one. We combine vintage-inspired finishes and hardware with thoughtful upgrades like staggered classic gear tuners, Mustang saddles on the offsets, and slotted Telecaster barrel saddles. The results is a guitar that is easy to play, sounds incredible, and adapts to any style or stage. Fender have tapped Baltimore hardcore outfit Turnstile to front the campaign. Check out the guitar's actions during Turnstile live show below. What in your different plays consistently, something that the most familiar thing is the guitar that you bring every single night, says Turnstile's Pat McCoy. We look for something that sounds the same every time, sounds exactly how you want it. It also has versatility because specs change. Sometimes you play outside, sometimes it sounds different. Sometimes you play inside or there's noise. Lightning have some durability, but flexibility is very important. Pricing for the American Professional Classic Series is about $1,500, 15 to 16, depending on what you get. Let's go ahead and actually go to Fender's website, and we'll start with the Telecaster. We have a blue metallic. Oh, I guess that's the only color you get. This one's a limited edition one. Are they all limited edition? Can we get something different? Okay, so the blue metallic, I guess, is the limited edition color. We'll go back to the... We have 3-color sunburst, faded, highlight, dark Dakota red, Butterscotch Blonde, which is probably my favorite for the Telecaster, Sherwood Green Metallic, and Lake Blasted Blue. Actually, what I am curious, are these a nitrocellulose finish or no? Let's see, specs. Body alder. No, it is polyurethane. So if you're looking for that nitro finish, it is not on these. That's something to know. We'll move on to the Strat. I wish they had a hardtail version. This is the 6-point tremolo that I'm surprised they are actually using for this, because a lot of people like and prefer their 2-point trem versus their 6-point. So that is something I'm actually kind of surprised. I didn't realize that was a spec. But black, faded black, Sherwood Green Metallic, Dakota Red, 3-color Sunburst, Lake Placid Blue, and faded Fire Mist Gold. Then we go to the Jazz Master. Yet again, that 3-color Sunburst, Sherwood Green Metallic, Dakota Red on a lot of stuff, and Fire Mist Gold. Honestly, I think I like the Green Metallic on that the best. Then we have the Hot Shot Telecaster, which they're also using the old-style dish bridge. Yeah, and it has the edges, too. A lot of people don't like that. The edges on the colors. So we have Butterscotch, Sherwood Green Metallic, 3-color Sunburst, and we have a faded Lake Placid Blue. Moving on to the Jaguar, getting a little more expensive here. We're going to do 3-color Sunburst. Yet again, that Sherwood Green Metallic seems to be on everything. The Fair Mist Gold, Lake Placid Blue. And then moving on to the bases, P bases. Not a fan of the neck profile on these. Like the sound of them, though. Interesting how they're going with kind of a little bit of a different style tuner there as opposed to the Clover style tuner. So 3-color Sunburst, Sherwood Green again, Lake Placid Blue. And there is a difference. If you want the maple fretboard, you're getting the Lake Placid Blue. You don't have a choice. So that is cool that they give you a couple of different fretboard options. The Mustang bass, I've never had the joy of playing one of these, but that Dakota Red, Sherwood Green again, 3-color Sunburst. And this one, I think I like the Sunburst on the best. And then let's go to the Jazz bass. I guess my Jazz bass is this color. It's Mexican though. It's not American. But I call it more of a tobacco burst, tobacco sunburst. But maybe that's a Gibson thing. So we got the 3-color Sunburst, faded Fair Mist, and Dakota Red. That looks almost pink to me in that picture. I don't know about you, but cool guitars. I don't think there's really anything super special. The things I dislike are probably the 6-point trem on the Strat, and then the dish. So back in the day, if you don't know, all the Strats and Telecasters had covers over the bridges. I think some of the other instruments did as well. But a lot of people prefer the 2-point trem on the Telecaster, and most people do prefer the brass saddles on the 2-point trem on the Stratocaster. Most people do prefer the brass saddles like they have here on the Telecaster, but they don't like it to be like a dish, because then your hand is kind of smacking into the side of it a little bit, not super comfortable. I think there was a cover for the Jazz Master and the Jaguar too. I think they had a cover. Pretty much everything had some sort of cover over it at one point in time that a lot of musicians ended up ripping off. Just real quick, I think Fender's buying G&L. That's not confirmed yet. G&L is unfortunately out of business. I always hated the headstocks on them. I think that's what really kind of drove me away from them, even though technically they are better guitars than Fender, because that's I believe that's the last company Leo Fender ended up. He started with Fender, then he went to Music Man, and then he went to G&L, and that's kind of where he ended. And it wouldn't surprise me if Fender bought them so they could use Leo Fender's name again. Because as of right now, I don't think they can. They can't use Leo on anything, to my knowledge. If they bought G&L, they sure as heck would be able to do that again. What I think would be hilarious is if Gibson bought it, and then they were like, "Oh, hey, look, we have a better Telecaster than Fender now. We have a G&L Telecaster. We have a Gibson Telecaster, everybody. A Gibson Stratocaster, imagine. That'd be something interesting." But until next time, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, leave a like, share, comment, all that good stuff. I'm going to go take a nap. And as always, have a good one.